I recently got a question on YouTube about how to polish bike parts because I made my first one and it was really brief. So I'll try to get into more detail this time, and I'll show you the comment real quick. Paul Wilt asked this. So yeah, I'm gonna make this video and I'll show you two different types of polishing stuff, I guess. So I'm gonna show you how to polish aluminum parts like these cranks, seat posts. This I also polished myself like 6 months ago. Polish that aluminum stuff. And I'll also show you how to polish chromoly slash steel parts like these old cranks I have. Yeah. Like, what else is chromoly? Bars, forks, frame. And you probably don't want to do the frame because that's probably going to take like 6 months. Okay, so safety equipment. Definitely need gloves if you're using oven cleaner. Oven cleaner basically takes anodization right off of aluminum. So yeah, this stuff highly corrosive, and all those Winnis labels that everyone ignores. So these gloves won't cut it for oven cleaner. I was using these gloves with the rubber bottoms, but I still didn't notice, and some oven cleaner got onto this fabric and then it actually burned my fingers. Like, it actually started bleeding. So I definitely recommend these. These are thick rubber gloves and they work really good. I put this glove in this glove and I use 2 gloves basically. Next, definitely want good mask if you don't want to burn your sinuses, because that always sucks and it's painful, and it could be scary the first time you ever burn your sinus, if you've ever experienced that from this stuff. This stuff is not good. If you have glasses like myself, goggles will definitely help in case anything gets into your eyes, because that really burns. And I'm not going to get into details. If you don't wear glasses, these would do good as well. Polish aluminum parts, you want to first off remove anodization. Anodization is basically a coat of, I honestly don't even know how to explain it. Aluminum parts with anodization, use Easy Off Heavy Duty. Don't use any other oven cleaner. Just use this stuff to get it to bare aluminum. Next, you want this sandpaper, 220 grit, to remove any leftover color. Then you want to move on to, this one is 500 grit, and this is what I stopped at. But if you really want to remove the scratch marks, you can use 600 grit, which is really, it just feels like paper, not sandpaper. But that definitely helps if you want it to look a lot cleaner. And then you want to finish it off with this dishwashing cleaner. Last, you want to apply polish onto the bike part. All you gotta do is dab a little on your finger, put it on whatever part you're trying to polish, grab a microfiber rag, and then you basically just rub like that until it turns black, and then you just basically keep rubbing for, I would say, maybe 2 minutes on each side you're rubbing, and then after that, you grab a clean part of the rag and you wipe it all off, and it should be shiny. If it's not to your desired shine, just do the same thing over again. And that is how to polish aluminum bike parts. And now I'm going to move on to the chromoly slash steel bike parts, which are these cranks. Okay, now if you're doing this type of metal, you don't use oven cleaner, it's not going to do anything. And same vice versa, you don't use paint stripper on anodization. So, to raw chromoly or steel, you can use paint stripper. I was using this graffiti remover, which is basically a paint thinner, and it didn't even do much. So yeah, you get paint stripper, and then it should bubble your paint off. And then once you get it to raw, like bare metal, you can use the same grit sandpapers that I showed you earlier to remove any excess paint. Like over here, the sandpaper couldn't get into the weld, I guess, and then I just left the black paint on, but that's fine, I don't really mind that. And then once you get it to bare metal, grab your polish. Polishing steel and chromoly parts took me like 2 times longer than polishing aluminum, maybe because I'm using the wrong polish, but yeah, so you get it to the shine you want, and same thing, just use the microfiber, same process I told you earlier, and then it should get to this kind of shine, which is probably the best I could have done. Yeah, so once you get it to that, and I hope you don't mind the scratches, because that's probably gonna happen. So once you get it to that shine, make sure you put clear coat on chromoly slash steel, because it'll rust, and polish doesn't help with rust. It'll still happen, so definitely put some clear coat on top. You can use gloss clear coat, it's probably going to be the best result if you're polishing. Let it dry, put it on your bike, and you're done. Let's say I did a decent job for hand polishing. It was a lot shinier when it first came out, and then a quick little heads up, when you start riding, it would get all scratched up and all foggy, because during the winter seasons there is a lot of sand on the ground, and then it gets all scratched up. But yeah, again, I'm not a professional at this. I am able to complete what I wanted to complete, and if you have any further questions, I don't mind you commenting and asking me. So yeah, if you would subscribe and like this video, that would help me a lot. Thank you, and have a good one.